This felt like a pretty quality excuse to. I'm hesitant to think we will perform well. I'll just assume we won't, but who knows? Okay, that has to be bad for us already, doesn't it? Alright. Already hate the mana base. One game in. Yep. Guess I can't attack with that. That's a 3/5. Excuse me. I did not get to the mute button in time. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. I kind of just want to play this. Or sorry, this to pump this, but that feels kind of horrendous. That was a play mistake. Forgot that I had to have 2 more mana to cast this. I guess I don't want to attack my Ferox then. It just trades with like incubation. That's best case scenario. If it was shocking, that's bad for me. It's just already lost. um, it's not a damn warrior. This mana base is horrendous. Can I already just log out and stop playing? Hey tacos, what's up? Mm. It's going decent. I mean, I don't think we can win the game, but oh, I misclicked. I meant to give it friggin' haste. I can't stand how Arena has them ordered in one way and MTGO has them ordered in the other way. Obviously, it's still my fault, but it's beyond frustrating. So they would have taken 2 more damage. They would be at 1 right now. We'd actually have a chance to win. Instead, I expect they're just going to play Ritual of Suit and we're going to die. Yeah. That's as I expected. I'm so tilted that they're not at 2 lower life. What do you mean you don't see what I see? Can you not see the screen? You should be able to see the screen. The fact that they're attacking's terrible for me. Probably means they're just going to cast Finality. I'm already tilted. The show must go on. That's enough. This match is probably not a good match to begin with, but getting mana screwed into that punt, it's technically mana screwed that game as well, is really aggravating. It's my fault. It's still aggravating. Don't know if it would have changed the game. I wouldn't have cast the pelt collector, so it might have changed the game. Probably still shouldn't have cast the pelt collector, but whatever. I'm going to keep it. The third game in a row lands have aggravated me. There's 23 lands in this build, too. Good night, Taco. I'm pretty sure we have to draw exactly a red source next turn or we can't win. Might as well attack with it. Well, it may not have fine finality after making this block. JK. No removal spell for Wildgrove Walker, so. Well, I was hoping to get at least an average creature. Already know they have a cast down, so can't really save the Vivian, but it wasn't going to get better either. Suppose we could have arguably played the 4/4 trample. Congrats, Murph. What'd you build? Oh, that's fun. You sure do like Nexus decks. Hmm. I don't think Nexus is very good, personally. I don't lose a Nexus with very many decks that I play, other than Esper. Well, we came close. Have another removal spell, we're obviously just dead. We're not going to beat the deck that draws 5 removal spells. Not got paired versus Sultan sometime. Decide to play the green slow deck. Get paired versus multiple Sultai decks. And get mana screwed in every single game, basically. I guess we did in that game. Our draw was fine that game. This could be an extremely short stream. We're like 30 minutes in already. I thought this deck looked bad, but I didn't think it would be this bad. How can you be awful if the deck is easy? Can't be both. What was our opponent playing? Pretty sure you're just supposed to jam Wilderness every time. Like, there's so few counterspells in the deck that if you yourself are not holding a counterspell, you just should always play it. You win the game if you resolve it. I think you just jam every single time you don't have a counterspell. Because if you do, I think it's going to increase the odds of winning your game. A lot. Oh no, we lost our best thing. I guess it's high risk. Damn it. Of course they hit their land. Why wouldn't they hit their land? You don't instantly lose if it gets countered. They still have to have one of their own. But if you don't have a counter spell and they just untap and play it, then you instantly lose. So you're giving them a chance to win the game. And the game's over. They don't always do. There's very few counterspells in the decks. The odds of having both a counterspell plus a wilderness in game 1 on turn 4 in your hand has to be less than 30% of the time. Well, we found all of our lands. Yeah, 7's still not a lot. You can't use that for that. Yeah, but it's not just one counterspell. It's one counterspell plus a wilderness. So even if you have, say, 2 ops and you've scryed twice, and it'll even say you're on the draw, that's an extra card for the draw. Plus 4, so you have 4 draw steps plus 2 ops, so that's 6. So it's like 13 cards. Like, you're you're not even 65% chance to have a wilderness in your hand, much less have a wilderness plus a thing. And if they don't have a wilderness plus a thing, you just playing wilderness doesn't matter. So we're down in the area of something like 55% for them to have both or something, maybe 58%. Just make them show it to you. Because if they don't have it, you win 100%. You're going to win some games when they just jam. You're going to lose games when they just jam too. So which one are you going to do more often? If I'm 60% to potentially lose or 100% to win, I would take a 55% chance to lose the game for a 100% chance to win the game, yes. But you can also still win some of those games, right? You don't always lose those games. Those games are still winnable sometimes. I assume they're going to have a Kai's Wrath, but I don't really care. This deck isn't going to win a long game. And if they just keep using removal spells 1-for-1. Well, now we're talking about a different deck, right? I thought we were talking about Nexus decks. Why does a Nexus deck have Niv? It shouldn't. I'm pretty sure I just got paired versus 3 matches that I'm extremely not likely to win. I really want to just log out though. I might play some arena for 20 minutes or so. Great. Of course, why wouldn't you? Spellbreaker one time? They have a blink in their Esper deck. Well, I'm tilted. The unplayable magic cards, yay! Card's barely good enough to be in a Nexus deck. I guess I'll take this one. I don't really want it. They're flipping search this turn, so feel like it would take a miracle to win. Fun times. Alright, had enough. Gonna screen black, or make the screen go black and switch over to arena. Actually, apparently I'm not, because my arena... Oh, never mind. Virus protection thinks it's a virus now. I don't know what I'll play. Attack with creatures. Alright, attack with creatures. We'll play Gruul then. This isn't green Gruul anymore, it's just random Gruul. Wow, got paired versus an 85%. What time is it? Yeah, I'll probably play 2 or 3 matches of this. See if I can get more tilted. Been pretty tilted playing Magic for the past week or so. The most random things keep happening. Like, all the white weenie opponents I've had have had the perfect draws in the hierarchs and stuff like that. Like double history draws, double conclave draws. Hard to beat that stuff. This guy did not, or this opponent did not have a good draw. Could just attack and try to get him, but I think I'd rather just play a 4-4. Actually, Sister Mana Screwed, I think I'd rather just play a 3-3. But I'm going to play the 4-4 and not really care. 33 cards, nice. Yeah, well, they had a conclave, they just didn't have lands and one drops. Basically think Legion Warboss is super trash in this fight. I think Land Worlds are pretty medium. There we go, that's better. Wonder if I should try Manu's updates. Manu has added 2 Hellcats and another land to the deck. The deck really does need another land. And cut some burn spells and a war boss. I saw so many people on the MTG Arena draw the game by drawing too many cards when they're killing somebody with an explosion. I've legitimately saw so many people kill themselves with that. Not just on the MTG Arena, but on the MTGO as well. I've never saw it in real life, but I've actually never saw an expansion cast as a kill spell in real life. I've only saw it out of like Jeskai decks or like blue-red decks or whatever, not wilderness decks. Hand's not good, but it's good enough, especially when our opponent's mulliganed. Nice. Our paper drafted in Fire last week. There was 2 people that showed up to it. Looks like something's getting convoked. Magic in my area is kind of dying. I'll just take this 8. I don't really care. Shall probably block it and sack on the Conclave. So that one's targeting that one. Oh, Jesus. Brad Carpenter of the Big Host. Thank you very much, Brad. How did your modern go tonight? No. Don't play a second one of those. Those cards are hard for me to beat. Opponent. Don't play good cards, please. I don't think I want to kill that. Hello, Latin Master. How are you today? Our Kingdom for a Fiery Cannonade? Oh, Jesus. You apparently have no lag whatsoever. Because that was the quickest response I've ever saw. I normally lag pretty bad. That's unfortunate. I think I'm just dead now, probably. Stirk Cannon? I'm not sure what that means. Oh, Strike Cannon. Yeah. Needed to draw the Cannonade still. Did not. Oh. Whoops. No! Okay. About butchered that. I thought it wouldn't give me priority. I'm lucky that it did, I guess. Their attacks aren't the best. Pretty easily just going to take 4 and not care. Guess this one costs the most mana. My sweet 5-drop. I'm playing it over Phoenix, even though Phoenix is a better card because if I draw mana, I can play 2 spells in a turn. Just seems more efficient mana-wise. Or I can play that and get 2 spells in a turn as well. Don't really care if they use a removal spell on that. Whoops. I meant to attack this turn. I forget that in Magic Online, when you press priority, it still gives you the attack step. So it was I do that all the time where I just click pass priority and forget that it won't give me the attack step here. So they're at 24 life technically, 4, 8, 12, 16, 19. Yeah, I do it more than I would like to admit. And I was just playing MTGO before this, so like I just played a league on MTGO and then switched over to this, so I think I'm just going to be precautious. They don't really have any outs, so there's no reason to do anything silly and give them a chance. We'll just take our win. Slow and steady will win this race. Could have also attacked with a Spellbreaker, but Probably Yama. I keep an eye on it, but you probably are. Once you get towards the top 100 to like 50 or whatever, the drops aren't so severe. I just keep an eye on it, but yeah, you're probably pretty safe. Again, I'm just gonna do the safe attack and not really worry about it. It's when you fall out of the top 100s when the jumps start getting huge. Because, like, you can go from percentiles to, like, top 100 in, like, 8 wins in a row or 9 wins in a row or something. But in the top 100, you start off by gaining, like, 10, or you go, like, from, like, 20 a win to, like, 10 a win. And then when you get in the top 30 or whatever, you only get, like, 2 to 4 a win or whatever. But I'd say you're safe. Oh, wow. We have 11 green sources, yet we have a turn 1 Llanowar Elf. I feel like a champion. Mono White? You love Mono White. I've had 0 success with Mono White when I've tried it. Sultai. Don't like Sultai matches. Guess I'm just gonna leave you as a 3-3. I got confused because on MTGO it makes you click about 4 buttons to get this to work. Yeah, well, we've kind of ran out of gas and they have a contempt, so that's bad. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of best of one either. There's no Skargan in this build, though Manu has updated his list and put Skargans in it. I've just been too lazy. Best draw in, eh? Let me see if Manu has an updated list on his Twitter, and I might switch to it and give it a try or two. I have no idea if he put the updated list on. Not seeing it. Yeah, I don't see an updated list right now. I'll have to comb through his Twitter feed later. Or sorry, his what am I trying to say? I will have to comb through his Twitch replays later and find it. The Vivians are in the sideboard. Actually, I do like Vivian in this match, though. Kind of hate the War Boss. I don't love Shock, though Shock's okay. Just think Vivian's better. Yeah, Manu CCG. This is his build from last season. I've not made any changes to it. He added, for this season, I know he's added 1 War Boss, 2 Hellcats, and 1 Forest to the main deck. He cut a War Boss and some burn spells, but I don't remember which burn spells he cut. And his sideboard's a lot different. Like, I just have 11 green sources, but I always have Llanowar Elf. Okay. I give up. I have a backup one, or I wouldn't play that like that. I understand that, Yama. I kept myself around the top 100 and gave myself 1 day to push for it, and I failed in the top 16. That's pretty sad. I thought it would be a lot harder than it was. Think I'm supposed to give it haste? I was kind of afraid, like, they have wild growth walkers, and then, like, a Jade Light Ranger can just get lucky and get 2 counters, or, like, a hostage taker stealing another creature just makes it a 2/3. So, like, it being a 2/2 just didn't feel super good to me. Though they would have probably traded it with the Harpooner, so you're probably right. You can't say that. Can't say that. I could have just lost playing if I played 2 days too, right? Like, just cause I got top 16 doesn't mean I would have continued to win or continued to run hot or whatever. I think day 2 is going to be really hard. Probably won't be as hard as like an Ilmo CS or whatever, but it'll still probably be pretty difficult. I have to do some worrying about fine finality here. I'm not sure how to best try to play around fine finality. So I just play another 3/3. And save the collision to keep one of my guys alive. There's also a PTQ on Friday and Saturday this week if you're not already qualified, Yama. I can't remember if you're qualified or not. I feel like you are, but I just don't remember. Are you going to duo and triple Q all the challenges as well, or are you going to just focus on the quarterlies? That's not good for my opponent. Okay, for London. So the PTQs have already flipped over? I'm not allowed to ban anybody. I don't have anybody that watches me. So if we put them at 12, then they're at 14, and we're attacking for 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Seems good. Ah! Oh wow! I didn't know you could do that. That was so cool. So hopefully my math doesn't suck. Very well could. I'm not good at math. Whee! Let's open our pack. What gems will we get this time? So this week is the Modern and Legacy qualifiers. You do really good with that Grixis control in Legacy, from what I've saw. Like, you always do really well with it. I'm interested how many people will be playing those events. I kind of feel like they're going to be smallish events. Have a real nice opportunity there, especially as good as you play. Normally I make that a 3-3 here because I want to play around... Oh, well, never mind. I kind of just want to kill this now. I was going to say play around Cryocanarium if they're Esper, but... Thanks, Bogart. Thanks for stopping by. Militia Bugler. Well, that's not what I expected at all. Modern could have a ton of people. That is true. It's just how many will bother to show up. Eh. Living that 4-4 life. I didn't qualify this time. I stopped playing challenges, though. I got real emo at Magic about a month ago, and I haven't played a challenge since. Oh, gosh. That card's going to be a problem. Not sure how we fix that problem, either. We don't have any lava coils or anything in our main deck, so... Yeah, maybe they'll make a bad block. I'm pretty sure this game's about over. I'm close to conceding. Yeah, that's good enough for me to concede. Whoops. Don't. I probably want that. Or probably don't want that, rather. Get rid of these war bosses. Take care, Yaman. Thanks for stopping by. Are you going to be streaming this weekend, or are you going to be hardcore focusing? If you're going to be streaming, I'll be by to watch. And if not, good luck. I'll see your results in Discord, I guess. I have a lot of turn 1 Llanowar Elves for a deck that Frank Karsten says I should not draw them in. I'm going to make this a 3-3 now because of the Militia Buglers we saw. Thought I accidentally clicked my own portrait for a second. I was about to tilt off beyond belief. Dredgers get a 3/3. Cool, man. Gotta capitalize on that GP success. I don't need my land, or I don't need my elf anymore. There's nothing in this deck other than the Vivian that costs more than 4 mana. Prime Speaker. Forever. Alright, game 3. So, what do we see different that game? We saw that they have the Merfolk as well, which means I might want the Shocks back. Yeah, I think I want the Shocks back. We'll just get rid of the Harpooners. Between Collisions and Vivians, I think we have enough ways to deal with a Lyra, hopefully. Or a Voice of Plenty. Look, we got the 8 ways to kill a Voice of Plenty. What Brad streamed tonight? No, I know it said modern when I looked at it, but I didn't expand it to read what modern deck it was. Yeah, we have another turn 1 forest. Our opponent's on 5 cards too. But I'll go ahead and keep that. That way we can guarantee that we can play 1, 2, 3 if we feel like it. And because we've already saw a 2, 3, I'm going to go ahead and pump that. Yeah, we feel so smart. Another bugler. Make this probably just a 3. Oh, I have 9 that can attack. They don't have a good block next turn either because of our lightning strike. It feels pretty good. If they double block something, we'll just kill them with the lightning strike. We did it! This little Gruul deck always performs. Alright, we've officially made it back to a number. We are real boys. Ooh, we got a Blood Sun too. I guess I'll play one more. Nah. I'm actually going to call it. I was only going to play 2 games. I ended up playing 3. For anybody who wants to see the list that I was playing, though, like I said, it's nothing special. It's just Manu's list from last season. You can also go to his Twitter, which I keep saying Manu. People might not know who Manu is. He got top 16 last season. He streams all the time. But this is his Twitter address for anybody who wants to look at any of his content. He also plays Eternal and stuff. He's got a pretty sweet YouTube channel as well. Anyway, I'll pull it off the stream. But this is his top 16 deck from last season. I've made no changes to it. I've just been playing it and liking it. The only criticism I would have for the deck whatsoever is that it honestly doesn't have enough untapped green sources, but he has fixed that with his updated list. I've just not taken the time to update it yet. He's got 9 forests in his updated list, if I'm not mistaken, which gives him 13 untapped green sources, which is significantly different. Oh, he also cut the Harpooners from the main deck. with his newer list as well. But anyway, I guess since I have above 10 viewers, I'll see if there's anybody to host before I log out. For anybody who does like what you're watching, I do stream every single day. I've streamed over 600 days in a row. And I don't plan on stopping streaming anytime soon. Alright, well, nobody... Yeah, there's one person playing Magic that I follow. So we'll give them a host. And there's a link to my YouTube down below where you can find almost all my past broadcasts. But anyway, we out. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for the big host, Brad.